You are listening to 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast episode 194, The White 8 Prosperity Star of Wealth and Success. Welcome to the 5 Minute Feng Shui podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese Feng Shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover Feng Shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement Feng Shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. Hello, my Feng Shui friend. I am back from Ireland in Amsterdam. We had a great time. Ireland is aptly named the Emerald Isle. Gosh, it was beautiful. So many colors of green and not much rain to speak of. That is quite a rarity, is my understanding. The sun managed to follow us just about everywhere we went there, only raining just a couple of times and mostly when we were in the car. So it worked out beautifully. Amsterdam, well, that is quite the show, isn't it? Fascinating buildings, teeny tiny things, and well, not teeny tiny, but like very narrow, all wedged in, built in the 1600s, 1500s, just old, but amazing. They're leaning this way and that way, but yet they're still up, and all those canals are bringing all that fabulous feng shui mojo. The Dutch are certainly masters of the sea, and you could definitely tell that by looking around and seeing all of the incredible canals that they built, hand dug. Years and hundreds of years ago. And the city is just alive with all kinds of interesting things. You know what some of those are. I know you do. And incredible atmosphere. We had 2 of, I'd say, our best meals we've ever had while traveling. And they were in Amsterdam. One of them was at a restaurant called Lufta, and it's Loetje, I think is how it is, and it's right across the street from their main train station. And they had the most amazing steak in gravy sauce that they serve with bread, and I ate every bit of it. I was tempted to pick up the plate. Look it was so good. Oh my gosh, you ever had that? A plate of food with that gravy. You just want to run your finger around it, grab a piece of bread, and just wipe it all up and just savor it all. It was like that. So good. Wow. The other was at I think it was called the Silver and Spiegel, something like that. A 5-star Michelin, or excuse me, a 1-star Michelin, 5-star restaurant, 1-star Michelin. And that was 5 hours of eating. 5 hours. My behind got sore sitting in the chair, but the wine kept coming because we got a wine tasting menu to pair with all of the food. Dessert came out on a ceramic pillow. It was just incredible. I can't tell you, I wouldn't want to do all the wine glasses that came with that meal. Everything came in. It was just like a little bomb of flavor. It was so good. And it was a wonderful experience because it was another house that was built in the 1600s. And it was a really intimate upstairs dining area, really pretty, beautiful Dutch kind of blue and white table settings, gorgeous, crystal. And the room was candlelit. Candles on every table, candles on the wall sconces. It's so romantic, just having all that candlelight. It really made the experience, and it was something that I won't soon forget. It was fabulous. So if you ever have a chance to have a Michelin star meal, you should have one. Go to the Silver and Spiegel, or Spiegel and Silver, and something like that. I think it's called the Silver Mirror. I think it's what it means. But just terrific. I absolutely enjoy myself. But we've got fantastic things to talk about, because that is one of the joys to me of life, is to travel and to go and experience things like fabulous dining, wonderful shopping, incredible sights. will tell you one of the most amazing sights that we saw in Ireland was going to Waterford, Ireland, where Waterford crystal is made. Just astounding to see the craftsmanship and how these workmen and women, there's one woman who is a crystal cutter, cut crystal, cut it deep enough to make a beautiful design, but not so deep it cracks the glass or goes through. And to see the precision and the artistry, it's astounding. It really is. Now, most of the crystal that's shown in this crystal factory is all like specialty type of items, one-off items, like the tiles that go on the ball that drops in New York's Times Square every New Year at midnight. So they do that there. Most of the other crystal in Waterford was made or is now made in Rogaška, Slovenia, which just happens to be the name of the crystal that I have is Rogaška Gallia crystal. And that's what we got when we were getting married and what we had signed up for. And we're very excited. Would love to go to Slovenia. Love to go there. Tim loves it. And I'd like to see it and go pick up some more beautiful crystal, maybe some Waterford, who knows. But we did a little shopping there. Yes, we did. And some of the shopping we did was to buy beautiful crystal decanter because I love port, especially in the wintertime when it's cool after a nice meal, and sit down and have a little glass of port. And I got a beautiful Waterford decanter to put it in. I'm so excited. Can't wait for it to arrive. It was shipped here. So we had some items shipped here, and it was a wonderful thing to be able to go on this tour and afterwards go into that magnificent showroom that they have of just glittering objects, of blinding, incredible crystal, and to select items. We bought a set of whiskey tasting glasses. I bought some highball glasses. I bought a beautiful tall vase, a decanter, and just, and some other gift items as well for friends and family. And it was a really lovely, lovely trip. So if you ever get a chance to go to Waterford, Ireland, go. But this is one of the things that is important to me. I love to use the good stuff, when it comes to dining. Use your china, use your silver, put it out. Having it stored in a china cabinet and just looking at it, that's not living. That's not fully enjoying that crystal to its fullest extent of the pleasure and holding the beauty and the enjoyment that you get from picking up a glass filled with water or wine or your beverage of choice, and you can clink it on the side and it rings like a bell. That is glorious. And this is what we're talking about today. Glorious energy. The energy that's the clicking of champagne glasses, that is seeing a big deposit in your bank account, that is the phone call, the email that just comes out of the blue with an amazing opportunity, with a check you didn't expect. That's what we're talking about. And we're going to be talking about this for the next few weeks because we are in the end of the 2022 year, the year of the tiger. It is kind of winding down and wrapping up. We've got the Chinese New Year on January 22nd, 2023, and we will be in the year of the rabbit. Now, back to these fabulous energies. These are the energies that come with the white stars. These are the stars that bring beneficial energy. I know I talk a lot about, and then the 5 yellow, and then, you're going to drive off a cliff, and it just, that kind of thing. No, it's like time to put all that away. Let's bring out the good stuff. Here we go. So here we are. I'm setting the table for you with some crystal, some china, some beautiful sterling, and we are going to have a meal of feng shui beautiful energy. So let's talk about these beautiful white one stars. And to kick this episode off, we're talking about the white star 8. This is the star of prosperity, wealth, success. This is the one that you want to come knocking on your door. Whether it's your front door, your bedroom, your home office, anywhere that's a living area. Yep, that's where we want these guys to show up. So this is the sort of an assembly of stars that we're going to talk about. The 1, the 4, the 6, the 8, and sometimes 9 These are the numbers that are considered most favorable for luck and wealth because they're represented by the qualities of luck and wealth, like success, promotion, attainment, love, travel, prosperity. And these can show up in your home either as a natal star, like when your house was built or when you moved into it, when you redecorated it, that kind of thing. It can show up as an annual star. Every year we have new energies, or it could show up as a monthly star. This is when good fortune comes your way. It can come just by when the house was built, annually or monthly. So let's start though with that most favorite of all, the number 8. Now the 8 is related to the northeast corner of education, wisdom, and good decisions. And this is an Earth star. Now, until February 2024, the number 8 also relates to both water and earth because this is what we call the period of 8 that we're in. Feng Shui goes in 20-year cycles, and we're about to wrap up another 20-year cycle that started in 2004 and ends in 2024. And then another one begins, and that's the period of 9. Now, when you are in a period, whatever that period number is, that is the most beneficial number. So in period 8 that we're in, number 8 is extra beneficial, but it's always considered a good luck number. So no matter what period we're in, actually 8 is considered to be a good fortune number, just as 9 is. 9 is another number that's a very lucky number, but we'll talk about that in the weeks to come. So let's go back to this 8 star. Let's talk about what it can do. It can bring you opportunities to create more prosperity and wealth. And sometimes, yep, it's just a check in the bank. Mama loves those. You know, that is nice when you see that commission get paid that you weren't expecting, the sales that come through that just sort of roll in. It's a beautiful thing. Now, job and career success, these are a bonus of the 8 star. So when those annual movements put that 8 star at your front door in your bedroom, this can rain down financial benefits. It's also fortunate, as I talked about earlier, if you have a living room, a bedroom, or an office located wherever the 8 star flies, whether that's monthly or annually. Now, if it flies annually and it happens to be in your bedroom or at your front door, that's a nice thing. That's a beautiful thing. And we love that. So consider yourself doubly blessed if you have that where your bedroom or your front door is. Now, this star brings great success, especially when it's brightly lit and activated with yang energy like candles, red colors, crystals, and filled with activity. This is a place where you want to have a party. Now, if it's in your bedroom, maybe you don't want to have a party there. But if it's in your living room, if it's in your kitchen even, or it's at your front door, yes, you really want to activate that area. So let's talk about where the 8 star is located now. In 2022, the 8 star is in that home location of the Northeast. And I call it the home location because that's where the 8 star lives, is in the Northeast. That's because the period of 8 that we're in relates to the Northeast, and the Northeast means that this is the direct energy, the energy of direct chi. And this brings benefits from education, from learning, from writing, certifications, taking exams. Now in 2023, which is coming up, the 8 star moves to the south corner, and this is going to bring financial benefits and opportunities through networking, social connections, and friends. Now, every year, I write a feng shui forecast, and I always note the position of the 8 star for each month as well as a year. And having that information helps you make the most of the energy when it falls in favorable locations like your front door, your bedroom, your home office, or living room. Now, when a fortune star falls in your kitchen, bathroom, or garage, the beneficial effects are not able to be utilized fully. They're just not going to, who has a party in the garage? Although I did have one at my next door neighbor when I grew up. It was a lot of fun. But be that as it may, we always want those favorable stars to be in the most favorable locations of our house, which are the locations where we enjoy our time the most, whether that's at the front door or the living room or our dining room or our bedroom. So let's talk about how you activate the 8 star. If your front door is located in the direction that the 8-star is located for the year or the month, you want to activate it with earth-related and yellow-colored items. That's because it's an earth star, and it responds mostly to earth elements, and earth is considered to be a beige color or a yellow color. That's typically your earth colors. Now, adding vases, they're made of porcelain, right? Porcelain vases in the location of the 8-star will help you collect and store this excellent energy and to help you hold on to it and bring about more business and personal wealth and success. And a terrific way to add and collect this awesome wealth and opportunity energy is with an arrangement of vases. I really like that. Do a whole arrangement. Vases that are shaped like a calabash gourd or that have a figure 8 shape are very auspicious. So get those vases out and put them where your 8-star is. And do you put flowers in them? No. Vases on their own are beautiful in their own. And then they are considered to be a way, like I mentioned earlier, to collect and hold on to that good chi. And so put your vases out, and you don't have to put things into them. Just leave them. They're a thing of beauty just as they are. Now let's talk about enhancements. Other activators for the 8-star are crystals, lighting, even conch shells, because it relates to one of the 8 treasures of Buddhism. And anything that's red colored or ochre colored, golden colored, not golden like metal, but more golden like the color of the sun, or that color of monks' robes that you've seen. A mystic knot is another great symbol of the 8-star and can magnify the 8's energy. So look for anything that's shaped like a figure 8 or a mystic knot. You can also have images of stones, mountains, deserts. Yes, have an image of a desert, a desert, or maps and educational institutions, because these help to promote the beneficial qualities of the 8-star. Now, to give the 8-star the most energy, try an arrangement of 9 objects, because the number 9 relates to the fire element, which creates earth, the element of the 8-star. And because this is a star of good fortune, make sure you spend plenty of time here and you keep it brightly lit and activated. So for instance, if I had a front door where the 8-star was at, I would make sure that the lights looked good, the front door mat was nice and new. I'd have a beautiful maybe container on either side of the front door with some bright golden mums or red mums, something that really kind of fires up that energy there. I think it's a really great way to activate that 8-star. Now, as I mentioned, if you've got a bathroom, a garage, or other unfortunate room located here, you can still add something red and bright, like a lamp with a red shade, to the corner of your living room that corresponds with the position of the 8-star. So this year in the Northeast, if you happen to have a bathroom in the Northeast, well then activate the Northeast corner of your living room, because it acts like a small sort of version of your whole home. And I think that's a great way to, even if you don't have the best arrangement of your home for the 8-star, you can still activate it in your living room. So we really like that. And so now, again, you can also activate the 8-star by hanging red colored artwork here, images of birds or horses. Red candles, red lamps, or red cushions added here are also great ways to fire up the 8-star and manifest its best energies. Now, are you hearing those champagne corks popping? Are you ready to go out and just activate the bejesus out of the 8-star? I think you should. I mean, you want to go to Waterford and buy some crystal, don't you? I know you do. It is nothing more lovely than to eat off of beautiful china and have lovely crystal and enjoy the finer things in life. I'm a big believer in we should really have our cake and eat it too, and put it on a really fine bone china plate. Why not, right? It's so nice when we can have the opportunity to do those things that make life so pleasurable and feel rewarded for living. When we have a home and a life that feels good and abundant, it feels like we have, an opportunity to enjoy more. It's okay to eat hamburger every now and then, but sometimes you want steak, right? right? You want to have those nice things. You want to stay, maybe upgrade, up level your hotel stays, or fly in business class instead of the coach always. And just those little things that make life more enjoyable, that just add that extra level of pleasure and refinement. It's a lovely thing. And that is the energy of these beautiful white stars and the 8 stars. So I really want you to be paying close attention to the 8 star. I know if you read my newsletter, you hear about the 8 star. If you subscribe or you have purchased my annual forecast, my success pack, you get my monthly email updates, because I always want you to know where that good stuff is coming and how to just squeeze the most juice out of that orange. Now, I want to leave you with one little warning about the 8 star. There is another aspect of it. Every energy has good and bad sides, and the 8 star is no exception. Even though it's considered to be very favorable, the 8 star can create energy that's difficult for children. Most often, the difficulties it brings are potential injuries or illness to children. So watch over your kids carefully, especially if they're involved in rough sports, and if their bedroom is located in the sector wherever the 8 star is visiting, because you want to guard against those accidents or sickness. Okay, there you go. 8 star, the white star that just sprinkles fairy dust on your life. And this is the star of wealth and success, promotion and opportunity. And we want to make the most of that. So make sure that tip number 1, pay close attention to where the 8 star flies every year and know where that is in your home so that you can boost that area of your home, spend time there, beautify it, redecorate it, and make it the most it can be. This is what will help to tap that beautiful wealth and prosperity and success energy of the number 8. Tip number 2, make sure you follow that monthly 8 star. Where is it going? Because maybe it isn't in your bedroom, or maybe it's not at your front door this year, but you can activate it wherever it flies in your home month by month. And you never want to miss out on that opportunity. And lastly, when it comes to the 8 star, make sure you activate it with things that are relevant to the 8 star. And one of the best things that's relevant to it is anything that's shaped like a figure 8. And that is so often a beautiful vase. They have those beautiful curves. You know, a woman is also often represented by the number 8. And so think about looking for vases that have that beautiful curvy sort of shape and leave them open so you can collect all that beautiful white 8 star energy and just make the absolute most of it so that you can be clinking your Waterford champagne glasses any moment now. All right, have a great week. I'll talk to you on the next episode of 5-Minute Feng Shui. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of 5-Minute Feng Shui. If you did, please be sure to share this episode with your friends on social media, and let's change the world one home at a time. For more Feng Shui information and inspiration, sign up for my free weekly Feng Shui Easy. Just drop by redlotusletter.com to sign up, and I'll be in your inbox every Wednesday. And if you like this episode, I'd love it if you left a review on iTunes. If you do, send me the screenshot of your review to katie@redlotusletter.com with iTunes review in the subject line, and I'll send you a free gift as my thank you. I'll see you next week on the next episode of 5-Minute Feng Shui.